it won't save Overwatch. That's it. That's the video. Come on, wrap it up, folks. Okay, I'll explain why 6v6 won't save Overwatch. I feel like we're so blinded by nostalgia sometimes that we eat up everything that Blizzard reintroduces to the game like a baby bird being fed by its mother. It's regurgitated slop that's nice to have, but ultimately it doesn't fix every problem. There's more to it than that, which I'll explain in a minute, but first I'm going to ask you to subscribe as I want to keep making content like this that isn't only entertaining, but informative too. We're nearing that 1k sub milestone and I'd greatly appreciate it if we could reach it by the end of the year. Now, let's talk about the state of 6v6. The way they've rolled out 6v6 is just outright strange and not particularly good. For now, we've only got role queue for a limited time until it's replaced by open queue, which to me sounds extremely dumb. Why couldn't they just run them together at the same time and keep the modes around for a bit longer? And I know people will say, oh, it's because not enough people would play open queue, but I guarantee you they would because it would feel like the classic Overwatch formula just with new heroes. I don't know, it's not a huge problem, like, that isn't why the game is doomed or anything. I just thought it was kind of weird that they're alternating between role queue and open queue rather than having them on at the same time. What could potentially doom 6v6 is that they're using the Season 9 patch for some odd reason. Yup, God knows why they've decided, hey, let's run this experiment with one of the worst patches we've pushed out in the entire history of the game, because I'm sure it would have been fine on the current patch. Sure, they might have needed to tweak a few things here and there, but nothing as major as going back to this patch. The good thing is that if tanks push in a bit too far and play a bit too aggressively, they get massively punished for it, but that doesn't really justify them deciding to do this. Now, I'm gonna put on my tinfoil hat here for a moment and make a bit of a game theory, but I can almost guarantee you that this will be used as evidence to disprove 6v6 should be implemented. It's another one of their cheap gotcha ploys that only harm the game because they don't want to be proven wrong by the community when we know what's best for the game. Why else would they run this experiment on the Season 9 patch? Don't get me wrong, I fully understand why they implemented 5v5 in Overwatch 2 rather than sticking with 6v6 because, yeah, they're right, it was flawed. But they could have addressed these flaws in a different way. Overall, this experiment has just left me feeling confused and honestly a little bit concerned for the future of Overwatch. For some reason, I still do love this game, you know. I grew up playing it, made a good handful of friends through it, and just overall had a great time with it ever since around 2017 or 2018. But to see it lay in the gutter like a drunkard is just really sad, and if 6v6 was supposed to be rehab for this drunkard, I'm still talking about Overwatch by the way, then I'm sorry, but they need to try something else. Take a different approach. The player base can only be blinded by nostalgia for so long. Plus, since the game's gone free to play, I guarantee you that at least a quarter of the player base doesn't even have this nostalgia to be blinded by, being ultimately left confused by a lot of the big discussions going on in the community concerning the state of the game. It's just overall a sad sight to see. They're too busy focusing on turning a profit because of this decision to go free to play, but in turn, they're ruining their product, sacrificing things in order to make another few million bucks. I don't know, I guess I just miss the old Blizzard, the slightly less capitalistic, money-hungry Blizzard. The Blizzard that was always so passionate about everything they do and add to their games, unlike current-day Blizzard. Cough cough, 4 seasons for one skin that, in my opinion, isn't really what they made it out to be. Side note, holy shit, Venture came out in April? It took them 8 months to make this skin. I know it takes a while to make skins, but come on. It's based off IP. And I know some of the time would have been, like, getting the IP, but surely they could have made more skins during that time. But that just about does it for this video. Now, don't take this as me calling Overwatch a dead game, or being an ungrateful little shit, because, hey, I'm glad 6v6 is back. It's a nice breath of fresh air and I'm happy that the new players get to experience it too, but it's been pushed out weirdly and ultimately won't be the saving grace of the game. This isn't me saying Marvel Rivals better, rip Bozo either. I really enjoy Marvel Rivals just as much as I really enjoyed Overwatch when I first started playing that. That's the thing with new games, they're fun because they're new and enticing, giving people something else to play on top of the thousands of other games they could play from prior years. Hell, even from this year. As far as I'm concerned, Overwatch isn't dead. Yet. It's starting to feel like it, because a lot of people have jumped to Rivals, but that doesn't mean that the game is completely doomed. And whilst yes, the game is in damage control mode, giving away 3 free skins, which if you want to get them quickly, just play Yeti Hunt and throw yourself off the map as the Yeti. If Orisa gets another buff in the mid-season patch, then we're absolutely cooked. Anyways, thanks for watching. Once again, I'm going to ask you to subscribe and leave a like on this video, as it lets me know that you've enjoyed it and want to see more. Let me know how you found 6v6 in the comments. I'm interested to see what you guys think about the experiment, especially you guys that didn't play the original Overwatch. Finally, have a nice day or night if you're watching this at night, and make sure you check out some of my other videos. Not only will I appreciate it, but you might too.